Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost, and on this channel we're talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And this video is about why the narcissist refuses to communicate, and what to do, some tips. So this is really frustrating sometimes, right? When you are dealing with someone who won't give you a straight answer, for example. That's something that narcissists will do. It's called word salad, where they're going around in circles, but they will not give you a straight answer. When you're trying to resolve conflict, maybe you've had an argument or there's been something that you brought up that you weren't that happy with and you're trying to resolve it, right? But the narcissist is refusing to communicate, being passive aggressive perhaps. Perhaps they've ghosted you, or perhaps they just disappear, right? Either emotionally. And look, disappearing emotionally when you actually need resolution to something is passive aggressive, right? Because even if they haven't physically disappeared, if they completely check out, right, when you actually need to talk things through, it's passive aggression. It's not a healthy relationship, right? I do recommend that if you are in a getting stressed in a conversation, it's a good idea to say, look, I need to take a break, but I will come back to you and we will talk about this because I know it's important, right? But a narcissist won't do that. They'll never give you closure on, I call it unresolved issues, right? Stuff between you that it just never gets sorted. It never gets resolved. I remember with my ex, he was supposed to be getting this divorce, but it never got resolved. And there was always a new excuse, or he was busy at work, but it's always unresolved issues, right? No closure on arguments, no improvement of behavior, right? Normally in a healthy relationship, when we want to, when we bring something up that's upsetting us, or, that we want to change, your partner will take it on board and say, okay, I understand that upset you, I'll do that. But there's no growth with a narcissist. So you don't get to resolve conflict. Things just get left, right? With your emotions still normally highly charged. Hello, trauma bond, right? This is why they do it, to keep you in the trauma bond, right? You don't get a straight answer. They will lie by omission as well. So it does count. Lying by omission is a real thing. What does that mean? It means that if someone gives you the impression of something, they know that you think something, but it's not true, they're lying by omission by not setting it straight. But narcissist just wants you in your head, ruminating, confused, right? Traumatized, obsessing over them. That's their goal. So, and what this also does is it makes you doubt yourself because you think, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm the one in the wrong. And this is what the narcissist wants you to think, that you're the problem, you're the one in the wrong. And it stops us trusting ourselves because we think, well, maybe I don't, the subconscious program that they're putting in your brain is that you don't really matter in your own right. You matter to be what the narcissist wants and needs you to be, and you will shut up and do what they want. And if they don't want to talk about something, especially if it's going to give you peace, joy, resolution, harmony, they don't like those things. They like drama, chaos, stress, trauma bonding, right? So over time, you start questioning yourself. You start doubting yourself. You start thinking, maybe I am being unreasonable. Maybe I do deserve this treatment, right? Because this is your partner, friend, relative, whatever. And it erodes your self-esteem, right? And what we tend to do is expect to get our needs and wants and desires met less and less. That's not healthy, right? A healthy relationship is that people working together to get both their needs met. You might be like me and have been a chronic people pleaser, right? Where you've been trained. I was trained by narcissistic parents not to want or need anything. So my default response to someone asking me what I wanted to do or see, or, if you want a cinema or whatever, I would always be, I don't mind, you choose, right? Whatever you want. I just wanted to make people around me happy because that's what I'd been trained to do, right? But that's not healthy, not to have needs, wants and desires. You see, my definition of authenticity is being true to ourselves and being true to what we want and need, right? It's not just true to yourself. You've got to be true to what you want and need, what's in your heart, your desires. We've got to be, emotional intelligence is the ability to regulate our emotions and also communicate them well and powerfully. It's not to avoid them. It's not to try and get rid of them. Our emotions are messengers. They have very important messages. Even anger. Anger is a message that you need to set a boundary, right? Fear is a message that you need some reassurance, on something. They've all got messages for us. So over time, this erodes our self-esteem, it erodes our identity, we get further and further away from ourselves, right? And what we want and need. And we then become just sort of treading water, walking eggshells in these relationships, maybe stonewalling or grey rocking narcissists, but never really showing up as us in the relationship, because what's in your heart, what you desire, is part of who you are, right? I believe God puts our desires in our hearts, our true desires. Not, I separate with my clients ego desires and true desires. A true desire is something that you genuinely want, like, that you yearn for. An ego desire is, I want that car because my friend's got one, and it's just all about, it's not really coming from your heart, it's coming from a different place. So the trauma bond is relying on, like idealization stages, and then lows, highs and then lows. That's what creates the enmeshment, the very strong pull, the addiction, because the body, the dopamine in the body gets, wired like an addict to want the next high. Right, so we're constantly trying to get the next high, the next hit, because our biology has been affected by this. Yeah. They also distort reality, the narcissist, and they refuse to communicate on your point of view. Right, so what you say happened, what you know happened, they'll often deny, diminish. They'll totally invalidate your feelings. Right, this is not healthy for us. It's not good for us, guys. And they'll refuse to communicate about, if you ask the narcissist why they're doing what they're doing, they will often just blank you, or go around in circles. It's very difficult to have a meaningful conversation. So I'm going to give you some tips though. So if you are dealing with one of these creatures, they're not quite human, they are soul detached. See my other videos. But the one thing to know is short, direct, to the point statements. Don't give them your emotional energy as much as you can. If you're getting really emotional, then say, look, I need to take a walk or go to the restroom for a bit. Regulate yourself, because what they're trying to do is siphon your energy in the psychic realm. And that happens when you get very emotionally charged. So short, direct statements, like you can say to them, are you trying to hurt my feelings? Are you trying, you can ask them a question, but not accusing them. If you accuse an narcissist, they're going to get in their rage, they're going to go mad, right? If you say, you're doing this, you're doing that, use I language and ask questions. Are you trying to hurt my feelings? Are you trying to avoid answering me? Just shut down all their crap and going around in circles. Are you trying to avoid answering the question? And if they go round in circles again and say, well, okay, we're not getting anywhere here, just shut it down, diffuse it. I've got a free PDF of communication tools you can use, right, to manage your energy and manage your words when dealing with these people. So do subscribe to my mailing list. It's elliefrost.com, my website. If you go to the tab Work With Me, you can subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll get the PDF, and I send out special offers and things on there as well. But they'll distort your reality. So you've got to short, direct statements, non-emotional, as non-emotional as you can be, right? And if you're very emotional, you're better off exiting and coming back to it than you are allowing them to siphon your energy and get you even more emotionally charged and traumatized, right? If they're distorting your reality, you can say, that's not how I remember it. And if they go on, you're entitled to see it your way, right? And leave it there, because they're not expecting you to do that. This kind of throws them off when you use these kind of statements. If they try and tell you how you feel, that's not how I feel, right? And when you ask an narcissist how they feel about something, they don't feel in the way that we do. They're emotionally void to a large extent. So it's like, establishing intimacy, closeness, growth together. This is not available with a narcissist, right? This is just not available. Love is not on the menu, right? But managing your emotions, regulating yourself. I've got tools in my program Sovereign for this. And asking short, direct statements, right? Out of the argument, out of the details, out of the manipulation and gaslighting and, where they're trying to distort everything and just get you riled up. All they want is your emotional charge, guys. They want you riled up. See, we want resolution. We want harmony. We want joy. But with a narcissist, you're going to have to know that a lot of things are going to get left unsaid and undone. A lot of things will be unresolved. I've got a video on unresolved issues with the narcissist. They don't give you closure when you end the relationship. You don't get explanations for their behavior. You don't. And trying to find out why a narcissist acts like they do, I'll give you the answer. They're a narcissist. They're predictable. They're trying to siphon your energy in the psychic realm. They are motivated by power, domination, and control, right? And siphoning energy. So that's why they do what they do. But they're not wired like we are. They don't want the same things that we do. They don't yearn for true love and connection and intimacy. They want power and control over you. And a big way of doing that is to emotionally control you. So do check out my program, Sovereign. It is a game changer. We've got a live coaching call on Saturday. So if you join this week, also by the end of the month, if you join by the end of the month, you'll get a free private 90-minute session with me. And if you join by Saturday, you'll be able to put in your questions for this month and I'll be able to answer them live, right? I hope you like this video. Please keep liking, subscribing and sharing. Let me know what you want more of. Lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon.